and the lights will burn, and their hearts will yearn. Oh, they always will, till I return. For there's only one mother, and I know she's waiting still, and she'll always keep a lighter burning in the window of the house upon the hill. Bright light, bright light, bright light burning. Bright light, bright light, bright light burning. Bright light, bright light, bright light burning.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. So we'll do, as Laura said earlier, we kind of take lyrics of songs where the tune has been forgotten over the years and give them a new tune. So this next one is called either Jane Jones or Verses on Daniel Good, depending which version you read and what we remember when we announce it. So this is a broadside ballad, and like a lot of broadside ballads, there were kind of news stories at the time that became songs. And this is a grisly song about a man called Daniel Good, who was not good. And he got his common law wife pregnant, and in like a fit of rage, he killed her quite brutally. And then he ran across London, out of London, into Kent, and all these different police forces sort of teamed up for the first time to try and catch this man. So it is quite grisly, but it's got a nice chorus.
Clap along. Did you wake up this morning and think, do you know what I really want to do this evening? Is listen to some jaunty songs about murder. Yes. That worked very well for us all.
In the great town of London, near Manchester Square, Jane Jones kept a mangle in South Street, we hear. A gentleman's coachman off visiting came, a cold-blooded monster, Dan Good was his name. Oh no, Jane Jones. Oh no, Jane Jones. As a single man, and to her he made love. In the course of time, she pregnant did prove. Then with false pretenses, he took her from home to murder his victim and the babe in her womb. Oh no, Jane Jones. Oh no, Jane Jones. Oh no, Jane Jones. Oh no, Jane. All the wild deeds of murder's blacklist shall none could be so barbarous and cruel as this, as Daniel Good and Jane Jones. God rest her soul. To his master's stable on Putney Park Lane.
Oh no, Jane.
They went, but she never returned again.
Oh no,
Prepare for
Jane.
your end, and the monster did cry.
Prepare for
Your time has come, so tonight you must die.
Oh no,
The way the
Jane.
sharp edge in her head he declared.
Oh no,
She begged for mercy, but none did receive.
Oh no,
Ah, the mercy did you know I do care.
Oh no, James.
Of all the wild things on my black lips, shall none could be so barbarous, so cruel as this. As Daniel Good and Jane Jones, God rest her soul.
We're going to do a few more, if that's all right. Then there'll be other things happening. We have 3 albums that we've made since forming, and the first one, we put them all out on CD, and the first one we've actually sold out of. Thank you. I think we got a run of about 12, and it came out 8 years ago, so we've done pretty well. This next song is from our most recent album, which came out last year, didn't it? We can't remember because it's been a new year since.
It came out, that's the important thing.
It happened. And the album is based on... Say again.
Needs to sell out tonight.
Exactly. We have
2 copies there.
two copies, if you can make that happen. And the album is based on the writing, most of the album is based on the writing of Richard Jefferies, who was a Victorian nature writer. And he wrote a song called After London, a book called After London. We wrote a song called After London. And these next 2 songs are from that. So this is Lay Low, Lay, Lay Low, Lay, because that's the repeating refrain and we're relatively uncreative. And this is about the rejuvenation of a city that is currently laying underneath a muddy pond. Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds really enticing. Should work on the introduction to that song, I've now realised. Anyway, this is Lay Low Lay. The city of which such great things were said was only ever made of bricks and lead. The ivy grew over and shoots sprang from underneath. The low-lying parts of the city became swampland that exhale a vapor no man could withstand. No beast nor man endures it. Like water bears losing skin. Lay low, land below the lakes. Lay low, London won't wake, it won't wake. The wind it collects my asthma as a cloud that
This next one, as Laura said, is taken from the same book. So he kind of writes this sort of pretend history of what it would be like when the world ends and nature takes over. And so this next song is like the first 30 pages condensed, but it is all Victorian words. It's all sort of dystopian, and it's quite interesting for a novelist from that time to write around those themes. But he basically just hated people and spent all his time imagining what it'd be like if they're all dead. Which I think we can all relate to that, can't we?
You can imagine like bedtime, can't you, for our little 8-week-old? And everybody died. I was singing a Beeswing the other day, Richard Thompson Beeswing, thinking this is a lovely song. The second line is about burning babies. Not that appropriate, so I just kind of burning flags of hogs against the door. I think she's going to be fine. We hope she's going to be fine.
Laura and Adam also have a niece who's how old?
7.
7. So when she was a bit younger, maybe 4, 5, the tent thing when she was camping.
Oh yeah, she was about 3 or 4. Yeah.
So they went camping. All the little kids were in their tents, and was it you who was walking by, your sister? You were walking. Laura was walking by, and she like went past the first tent, and it was like Mary had a little lamb. It's like, oh sweet. Next one, row, row, row your boat. Listening in that tent. Got to the tent with Laura's niece in, and she was listening to one of our songs that was about the last 2 men that were hanged for sodomy, which is.
It's not the same, is it?
Not,
It's not the same ring. No.
It was.
Yeah. So many people sent us the link and said, you must listen, yeah. Anyway, from one cheery story to another, hey? We're in it together, though, and we are now locked in. The doors have been locked, unfortunately. That's why we skimmed over the fire escape chat earlier, because
There's no escape.
No, that's it. We will get through it, though, and it will end at some point. It's a bit at the end, if you fancy joining in. That would be lovely. No pressure. It's Thursday night.
After London ended, everything was green. The meadows and the rising wheat. After London ended, the wheat when it had ripened, with no one left to reap, was eaten by the sparrows. After London ended. Old men say their fathers in the grave saw change the day that London ended. Footpaths were concealed, the long grass grabbed the feet of those who tried to use them. After London ended, barley, oats and beans appeared, but with diminished force, and coarser plants to choke them. After London ended. Old men say their fathers in the grave saw change the day that London ended. Sights of all the empty towns concealed by the mud, the mighty towers had fallen. After London ended, fields of overripe crops were property of mice, as was the grain left in the barns. After London ended. Old men say their fathers in the grave saw change the day that London ended. The mice provided food for cats abundant in the towns, becoming wild and tameless. After London ended, the feral dogs destroyed the rats, ate more than they could eat. They left their bodies to decay. After London ended, their bodies fed the barren land till everything was green, the meadows and the rising wheat. After London ended.
you.
We have Sue
Sue Robson.
and
Oh, now, interesting. Wednesday World, who spoke on the chat. Interesting. Wednesday World.
Wednesday World. Is that a name? That's an amazing name.
World. No, world, as in whirled around.
Oh, yeah. Not as in
Yes.
world.
Not in the world, not the world on Wednesday. Right, okay, right. Well, if they get in touch with me, I know Sue. She happens to be my sister.
it's a
Will you be
fix.
giving her the toilet roll?
Nepotism, yeah. No, she's on a rather wonderful, she wanted me to go with her on a singing and piping course. Bagpiping, yes, yeah, I'm not there. Oh, well, there we go. Why don't you do another song for us?
All right, we
That'd
will.
be lovely, thank you.
When you said singing and piping, for some reason my mind immediately went to piping around a cushion cover. Yeah, like learning a very specific sewing technique as well as singing. Did your mind go there as well? Isn't that odd? Piping. But no, piping.
This is Margate. In Margate we have obscene embroidery.
Oh, really?
The whole of East Kent, actually.
Yeah, it's a big
Does
thing.
Brighton have obscene embroidery?
Has obscene things in Brighton, I don't know.
Ah, yes, yeah. F the Tories is her embroidery, isn't it? That's her penchant. All right.
Oh,
You want to talk about it?
I do want to talk about it.
Talk, go on.
So this next one is called Employ John Day No More. We got some money from the City of Culture. When Coventry was City of Culture, they gave us some money kind of just before they went bankrupt. They gave us some money.
It wasn't our fault,
Wasn't.
you don't think?
We contributed to that. But they gave us some money to research historical food growing communities in the City of Coventry. It was very niche. Yeah, I'm not sure where they were going with that. But they gave us these diaries, the John Whittingham diaries. And he was this farmer done good who kind of came into the City of Coventry, and he grew lots of exciting, exotic foods for wealthy people. He'd used lots of sort of underground heated water pipes to grow tropical things. So we're like, oh, this is really exciting, these diaries. We thought there'd be lots of like sexiness, lots of rude embroidery, maybe, whatever it's called. Obscene. But no, there was nothing interesting there at all. It was just lists of seeds. A lot of rain happened. But we'd already taken the money at this point, so we couldn't back out. So we were very anxious about that. But there was some interesting bits if you waded through enough. One of our favourite stories is he talks about some of the people from Coventry, and there was this man called Martin who came down from Stockport for the day in Coventry, and he was telling locals that he could cure boils and sores by licking and sucking them. And John Whittingham, the writer of these diaries, like proudly went out and told them that he doesn't do that. He just drives cattle. That's all he does. So there's some nice little stories in there. His darling wife dies, and she gets one line in the whole diary. It's just like, dear wife departed on Sunday, and then back to seeds. He knew what he liked. So this is Employ John Day No More. Parsley seed and orange gold, corn it gives, takes an oath to take a plant, Lord Ballerino, and not to part till 3 years goes. 6 chickens they were killed by Kit, Mr. Garlic sows turnips, American seed from Eddie and Powell, Mr. Congrave laid my cow. Humphrey grew Catherine and red nectarine and mountain balm, female balsam from the Don, but so's London carnations. I never gave no beer for mowing, paid 6 a day for sewing. Workers coming, workers going, employ John Day no more. Martin came down from Stockport, claimed he could cure boils and sores, tell the future and sight restore, that he drives cattle and nothing more. Cain drowned himself in the canal, thought we despised him, we loved him well. 11 sheep killed by a storm, dear wife departed Sunday morn. Humphrey grew Catherine and red nectarine and mountain balm, female balsam from the Don, but so's London carnations. I never gave no beer for mowing, paid 6 a day for sewing. Workers coming, workers going, employ John Day no more. I never gave no beer for mowing, paid 6 a day for sewing. Workers coming, workers going, employ John Day no more. I never gave no Catherine and red nectarine and mountain balm, workers coming, workers going, employ John Day no more. I never gave no Catherine and red nectarine and mountain balm, female balsam from the Don, employ John Day no more.
I don't want to put you on the spot, if you don't want to be put on the spot, but the live stream is working now. So I wondered if you wanted to do another song.
Sure.
Have you got another song that you could do?
Yeah,
'cause,
absolutely.
Yeah. Do people mind that?
We can. Should we do
Oh, do you mind?
Doggo.
How awful. Yeah, they're going to do another song. Yeah. That would be great. Thank you.
Thank you.
No one move and upset it. We don't want it to run away again.
Don't breathe too hard or laugh. We keep getting these lovely commissions from different places. This one is from a commission from Shoreham by Sea. Anyone know Shoreham by Sea? Yeah. No, the seaside town. No sand there either. And this one is a song that we made as part of that commission. We call it Doggo John. It's about a man called John who was killed, and nobody knew who he was, and nobody could name him, nobody could identify him. So they put him in a glass-topped coffin, as you do, and popped him in a pub in Shoreham, the Red Lion, which is still there. And
He's not still there.
he's still there. Stinks, absolutely stinks. And they popped him in the pub, and they invited people to come and have a look and see if they could identify this guy. And people came from far and wide, Brighton and all sorts, and queued up, and nobody knew who he was. And then one day, this dog ran into the pub and laid by the side of his coffin. And people knew the dog. They knew the dog. They didn't know the man. They went, yeah, that's John's dog. And so they knew John through his dog. And they probably could have just guessed, because his name was actually John Smith. They probably could have just gone, do you know what, let's just call it John Smith and pop him underground. But anyway, this is a song about John, Doggo John.
The true tragedy of this story is that their food hygiene rating dramatically went down, which is a really unsung tragedy.
3 stars.
3 stars.
I don't know.
Once
I was young with 2 names, but I gave those names away, for the names were used for blaming, and they soon got in my way. And I had no friends or lovers to learn to love the sound of a tongue when it clicks 2 names, so strangers ran around and called me Lion of Thief, 'cause there one sound. Oh, nobody can name me now. I'm asleep in a box with an ice cold touch, and only dogs as friends. Sister, the dog that I called kin, scratch on her head, waits in her bed for a master to come in. But a master had gone creeping in rooms that were not his, for to feed his mouth in a nameless town with nameless people in who called me Lion of Thief, 'cause there one sound. Oh, nobody can name me now. I'm asleep in a box with an ice cold touch, and only dogs as friends. There on my face, shot in the back by nameless Jack and taken to my grave. My grave was built by a nameless man, a wooden box with a clear glass lid, and it was laid in the table of a nameless pub with nameless drinkers in who called me Lion of Thief, 'cause there one sound. Oh, nobody can name me now. We sleep in a box with an ice cold touch, and only dogs as friends. On down a nameless street to name the nameless corpse, but neither neighbour, doctor, friend or fiend could name my name, of course. So I laid in a bed with a glass lid under gossip, fame and shame, till my dog ran in late morning and gave me back my name no longer. Lion of Thief, 'cause there one sound. Oh, nobody can name me now. I'm asleep in a box with a nice cold touch, and a dog laid at my grave. Lion of Thief, 'cause there one sound. Oh, nobody can name me now. I'm asleep in a box with a nice cold touch, and a dog laid at my grave.
Birds in the belly, everybody. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. So that was a bit sort of hit and miss, technical wise. I'm very sorry about that. We've done our best. I'd like to thank Bird in the Belly because they were fantastic. We're going to have a break now, but for you at home, I'd like to really thank Roger, who's been working his socks off trying to get this back on. And Andrew and Mandy on the door, and John and Phil, and in her pinny at the bar, Una! Also, Lizzie and Gala Shields, who's been desperately posting all over the place to try and keep people involved in the concert, which is really nice of her. Thank you very much, Lizzie. Next week, we have Ashen Keys, and it's our Power of Women Festival concert. Hooray! So come along to that. They're great. They've got lovely... have you seen them? Lovely, lovely harmony. They're quite local. They're from Whitstable, I believe. And they've got a shed load of instruments they bring, kind of pile them up at the side of the stage. It's fantastic. The week after that, we've got James and Saul, and they're sort of squeezing and scraping their way through the evening. Then we've got on the 21st, we've got a St. Patrick's Open Night, if you want to come and sing your St. Patrick's song. And on the 28th, we've got Lewis Wood, who is the fiddly person from Granny's Attic. Great, very, very talented, very funny, very funny. Great. Okay, my name's Morag Butler. Next week we've got Ashen Keys. Please come along to it. Thank you very much, everyone who's stayed with us. That was very good of you. Thank you. I do hate IT. It's just awful, awful stuff, awful stuff. See you next week. Thank you very much.